Um, Good afternoon, everyone. Being a Friday and everybody else doesn't want to hear about serious issues. So I've decided, let me speak about becoming an attorney. I know we have those that want their children to become attorneys, and I know at the same time we have those they are already attorneys, and I just want to share what you need to expect. And it's a good thing to see your child graduating as an attorney, but there's always a start where you need to start. Firstly, for those that their kids are already enrolled in universities for law, congratulations. And we welcome their children in this profession. It's a wonderful profession, very challenging, but it's something that you need to have passion for it. That's the first thing. You need to have passion for it. With no passion, you're not going to enjoy the profession. It has a lot of things that we have to deal with. We are subjected to a lot of things. And our profession is male dominated. And when I say male dominated, you need to know that there's a lot that is going on. And if you've got daughters, it's a good thing to have women, because sometimes, yeah, but the fact remains, yeah, it's male dominated, and there's a lot of happy days and lower days in the profession. And the profession really, it was supposed to be meant for the rich. If you're coming from a family that is not financially well, it's actually challenging, because you need financial support to actually make it. However, we still welcome everybody else, and you might be luckier than the others. So it's not something that should discourage you, but yeah, it's got its own challenges. However, if you've got passion to help, assist, it's rewarding when you see that you were able to actually provide a service that people's rights were able to fight for them. So the first thing that has to happen for those that have got minor children that are still in secondary school, in high school, and they wish to become attorneys, the first thing that you need to understand is that they are not supposed to be doing history. They can do all courses, whether the commercial side of it or history, it's fine. But they should not be limited to history. Instead, let them do all subjects. And then when you come to then enrolling for the course itself, well, each and every university, they've got their own criteria on who they want because of their grades. So that is determined by the universities. I know that you submit a year before, and then from there they will pick for you. You would have opted for certain courses that you want to do, the first one and the second one, and then they would look at your grades, and then they would say, well, they accept you on this one or they reject you. But if you do qualify and you get accepted to do law, then good luck to that child. But when they choose the courses, please choose courses where you do commercial mostly. It helps because it's got more opportunities in practice than history. History has no opportunities really. The opportunities are limited. But however, you can choose whatever courses that you want to do, but to practice and see the value of the course that you've chosen, I would say choose commercial courses. Then do your BCom law. Before, in our days, what you would do is you would have two options when you register for a law degree. You would choose BUris, or you would choose BA law, or you would choose BProc. However, BUris and BProc have been phased out. I believe BA law might be there because you are still not going to appear in court. You will be a paralegal, but for those that want to litigate, they have to do LLB now. It's a 4-year course, and you do that 4-year course, and thereafter you qualify, you graduate. Hey, we're happy for you. Hey, there's something so wonderful to see your own child wearing that regalia, and we sing Siana, Dati Ntekeli, Siana Marena. It's a wonderful thing. But now you've graduated. What's the next step? So the next step is that there are two options. You can approach law firms for articles, yes, or you can go to the practical legal school, which is a 6 months training, practical side of it, where you are even given what you call reading material, which you take with you, and when you are now doing your articles, you can always refer from those modules that you have been given at the practical legal school. And going there doesn't mean that you can now qualify as an attorney. No, you still have to do your articles, which is now 1 year. So that will be your 6 months and your 1 year. But you can still proceed and do 2 years, because it's either you do your 2-year articles, then you don't have to go to the legal practice school, but it's advisable that you do, because of you will have more information on different areas of law. So preferably you attend the school. Yes, there are fees that you have to pay, but it's worth while for you to attend the classes. Then after that, then you can go and write your board exam. And your board exam actually will come from the very same material that you were given in that school. That is why I'm saying preferably you have to attend that, because it even shortens your article. So what you need to do is then prepare yourself for board exam. And in most cases, you might find that a law firm specializes in one area of law and you don't have information on other areas of law. That's the disadvantage. Even when you get employed or get your articles with legal aid, they will only send you on one section. It might be criminal, it might be the civil section. They don't rotate them. Some of us, we tried to mention to the heads of the of legal aid to say, can you please rotate them? Because when orals, because if you write the board exam and you don't get your 50% pass, then you have to sit for orals, and during that time it's easy to gather whether the person has done or did they get exposure to other fields of law. And you will find that those that have done criminal, they only know criminal. They are good in criminal, but they are bad in the other ones, civil, deceased estate, and. So sometimes I advise that sometimes you can ask to volunteer in a law office just to get exposure on different types of law, because we've got different types of law. Even those that have done commercial, when it comes to criminal and civil, they are bad. But they just need to read the material that they got from the practical legal school. Then they sit for the board exam, and sometimes you find that others have gone to the practical legal school, but they have not found an opportunity to be in a law firm, but they will still sit and write the board exam. But however, they will only be admitted as attorneys when they have actually done the articles. So without the articles, it's internship, so I don't think you will be admitted. It's not about you, it's about the processes that are there already. So that's basically what your daughter, your son will do for them to get to where they get admitted. So when you've done the articles and you've written your board exams and you then have to be admitted, the same principal will have to, there's an affidavit whereby they have to, state whatever that needs to be stated there and sign it off. So then you get admitted, and that happens in the High Court. That is why you will see on our social medias, you see people standing next to the High Court, because that's where you get admitted in front of a judge, and that's where you are taking an oath as an attorney, because on that particular day you are now becoming an attorney, so you take an oath before the judge. Then that's your day. Then you have those ones that do diplomas. Those ones will sit as paralegals. They will never get a right of appearance. So a child needs to know what they really want to do, because for I think first time I met those that did a diploma, I didn't understand it, what it meant. But really, it's for them to do the office, assist in the office, maybe do consultations and but when you get admitted, then you can, well, your principal may decide that they employ you as the PA, professional assistant, or you can now proceed to open your own practice. And when you do that, there's still a course that you have to do, and that it's offered by Law Society, I think, or LPC. That is where they teach you how to run a practice, I would assume, because look, running a practice, you've got your what you call, you're going to deal with clients, you're going to deal with trust funds, and that's where sometimes we get it wrong. Look, how, let's come, before I proceed with that, becoming an advocate. In most cases, immediately after qualifying, then you are waiting, looking for your articles, and you don't get your articles. So others, then they choose to do pupillage so that they can be admitted as an advocate. Well, it doesn't take long. The last time I heard it was 6 months. I don't know whether that has been added. What's the difference between an attorney and an advocate? An attorney is the first person that a client will interact with, taking instructions and preparing for whatever matter it is. And then when it has to go to the High Court, we have other attorneys that are not willing to go to court, because some, they don't have the right of appearance, some, they just don't like going to court to litigate. They leave it to the advocates. The advocates, when they do pupillage, that is where they are trained on how to prepare for litigation. That's the difference. So what happens is that now advocates they have an option to actually deal with clients directly. Then it means they will have a trust account. A trust account is where clients' monies are kept, where it's your MVA, your conveyancing, and other stuff. So then the advocates with a trust account, then they will deal directly with clients. Before, they were not allowed to do so. They can only come in when they have been briefed by an attorney. But now there are those advocates that have agreed that they want to have a trust account and deal directly with the public. Now again, there is another academic advocate. That one has not practiced, and that one has not attended pupillage. So they are academic, especially those who find them in government institutions, where you would hear advocates, and so most of them they didn't do pupillage, but they still become advocates. However, I think that is where I'm going to end, and I wish all those that want to become advocates and attorneys good luck. But please note, law doesn't have a lot of money. And for female candidate attorneys, our profession is male dominated. So when you hear male dominated, you need to know that, yeah, not going to be as easy as that. You need to prove yourself. Even when you prove yourself, sometimes you get disappointed. The other thing, if you're coming to law because of you want lots of money, unfortunately, this is not for you. Law is more about passion to help people that have been deprived their rights. And yes, you're going to live comfortably, but challenges a lot. Not everybody lives comfortably. It's got its own challenges, but it depends, because as people we're not the same. So if you see a filthy attorney, you need to know something is not right. Well, it will always come out. Some of our colleagues, they then have fingers, and they borrow without permission. So but if you have passion for it, I'm happy for you to come in and fight for the rights of people, because that's basically why you are becoming an attorney. Love you. Thank you.